Hello, how are you guys doing tonight? Happy Sunday to everybody. I am excited. We have about 4 weeks, a little bit more than 4 weeks, until the Explode event in Dallas, which I know everybody's registered for and ready to go. And I'm excited to see you guys all there. I know for sure we have Alicia and Desiree and Diane all going. And I believe Terry is also going to be going too. So we're going to have quite the party. I'd love to see more people going. It's once you get there, then you'll never miss another event. These things are incredible. They are just, I cannot tell you. I missed one event back in February. I didn't go to the Cena de Gala in Hawaii, and I've regretted it ever since. I'm still regretting it. So I have committed now, I will never miss another event. So not only will I be at Explode in September, I will also be at Cena de Gala in January. I'll be buying my ticket for that this week coming up, and then getting my plane tickets shortly after, because it's when you fly out of the country, it's better to get your plane tickets sooner rather than later. And then we will have another Explode event coming up in the end of January, early February. So just kind of keep that on your radar as far as the next event that will probably be in a warm place like Orlando or maybe even Miami. But I wouldn't hurt my feelings to have it in Miami, because I might be staying down there for a couple of weeks in January. I haven't decided yet. So anyway, I would just like to welcome everybody. And this is kind of a midweek break for folks. And since we aren't able to have the Leadership Academies on Monday night, I do want to make an announcement regarding that. We are going to be starting the Leadership Academies on Thursday nights. That works better with a couple of people's schedules. And so whatever we need to do to accommodate is what we are going to do. I did not turn the chat on for this. Let me do that real quick. There we go. Okay, so you guys can chat. And so tonight I wanted to talk to you about the Thursday night Leadership Academies here in Des Moines. So if you are in the greater Des Moines area, you can come to those. If you would like to Skype in to those events, to the Leadership Academies, please let me know. So I'd be happy to have people Skype in. I can have the computer set up and we'll just see how that works. Hopefully it'll be just beautiful. And next, I want to talk to folks, because when we're going to these events, this Explode event, they do have a leadership training on Friday before the opportunity meeting on Friday night. So the way the events work is around 2 or 3 in the afternoon on Friday, they have a couple of hour leadership training that goes until about 5 o'clock. And that's usually taught by Luca Maloney, Eric Gamio, Randy Gage, and Lily Maloney. That's Luca's wife. She's just awesome. And so those are really good, because that's really advanced training for everybody. To be able to qualify to go to that, you just need to be a bronze, and you only have to hit it one time and you are qualified to go. The last possible week to hit bronze is the end of September, and the week of September 14th. That's the last day. That's a Wednesday. So we have 4 weeks between now and then, so this week or whatever, to help you guys get to bronze. So to get to bronze, Randy talked a couple of weeks ago on the leadership webcast about doing a major blast. So what the major blast consists of is having those 3 meetings, the product presentation, and then followed by 2 business presentations within a 10-day time frame. And at the product presentation, you invite 10 to 20 people, 10 to 20 of your closest family and friends, the people who love you the most and who will just come in and try the products. Your neighbors, your friends, and it's just a tasting. Just come and taste it and let us know what you think. So we'll have some yummy things like Beauty In, and of course the Vita Energy, and the Passion is always a good one. Somebody said, well, we don't want to do the Passion because everybody's going to leave. Because it works so well. I have lots of testimonials on the Passion from my friends. And so that's the product one. And then after that, we do the 2 business presentations. The business presentations are the ones that we will do some product information. We'll have company information, product information, and we'll show that 11-minute video that you have in your app, your X-Tribe app. And then from there, we'll see who is interested in doing the business with you. And the way Randy works it, and I'm going to still have it on my list to kind of outline out the power recruiting webinar that he did a few weeks ago. The way he does it, which I agree with 100%, I guess it wouldn't matter if I did or didn't, but anyway, is he really encourages folks to place a 360-point order, not dollar order, but a point order. Because what they can do with that 360 is they can push 60 points off to the next cycle and they keep active for 4 weeks. And that gets them really set up strong to be executive, senior executive, or bronze that very first week. When they do that, when they achieve one of those ranks, there's an extra bonus that comes with that when it's done within the first 14 days of enrollment. And then when they enroll that way, that's how their people are going to enroll. So that's just how the process works. And when they get to their point, when they get their points that high, they get the 27.5% discount. So the actual cost is about $550-ish, depending on what the tax rate is where you live. Maybe it's 500. It's because it's a pretty good discount. And then they have plenty of product. That gets them one of every box of product that we have, or if there's certain products they really don't want to have to begin with, they can get 2 of a lot of boxes, which gives them enough to use themselves and have plenty to hand out with samples. And then it gives them a chance to get that customer base built. And remember, in our company, and there may be other companies like this, I just haven't run across them yet, when you have customers and they order, that counts as your order. So anything that they place, it's over 60 PV. Well, number one, every time they have a 60 PV order that week, that qualifies you for that week. And so you don't have to place an order at all, and you'll still get a check. So if you have plenty of product left, you don't need to do that. But if they're sharing, then chances are they're going to need to order again anyway, and they want to get on auto ship. Customers, when they go on auto ship, that's when they get the 10% discount. Before that, they just pay retail for the products. But if they have over 100 points when they order, they get the free shipping, which is nice, I think. That saves you $10 since it's just flat rate shipping. And so, once they figure out which products that they like, and then they can, order those once a month, and that gets them, a good value. And the products aren't expensive retail already. They're $1 and change a sachet, with the exception of Beauty In, which is a little bit more than $2 a sachet, but that's because it has that good collagen in it that we all need to keep our skin looking lovely. Yes. So, all right, so that's the Major Blast, and talk about the Leadership Academy. Now, what will happen in the Des Moines area and then the other cities as well that are represented? So once you start doing the Major Blast, then we want to get those, once you have 2 to 3 people in an area who are committed to training the team in the area and committed to a weekly meeting, then you start the Leadership Academies. Once those Leadership Academies become pretty well attended and you have a good leadership group doing that, then we start the Success Nights. So my goal is to have a Success Night here in Des Moines sometime in October after the event in Dallas, and that Randy would actually come here to do that event. And so we have some things that we want to do to make sure that happens in October. I think that would be great. Kick that off. The Success Nights will be a monthly event. It'll actually be in a hotel. It'll be a really nice, it'll be a big gala that, we'll talk about rank advancements, and it'll be a celebration. There will be product there for people to try. There'll be product there for people to buy. And we will we'll work out how all that works with as far as who gets that, who takes care of that, and we'll need plenty of volunteers for those things as well. In the other cities, whenever we get to that point, I'm happy to come out and help get the Leadership Academies started, and then also happy to come out with the Success Nights. And then again, if the area is growing big enough, Randy will also come and do the Success Night as well, because he is committed to helping everybody grow. That's his highest desire, is to see everybody grow, and that's why he still does this, because he doesn't need to. And just remember, when we do these Success Nights, we don't promote for Randy. We promote for Fusion, because who knows? We don't know what tomorrow holds, and we don't want to get caught in the trap of really promoting for Randy. We love him and we want him around forever and ever, but we can't guarantee that. Just like you don't promote for me. So, okay, so tonight I want to talk a little bit about, I've been doing this thing called the 100-Day Challenge, and it's by a guy named Gary Ryan Blair, and he is just a master at really breaking things down, making them simple. It is really cool, and it's basically you go through this program for 100 days, you set goals at the beginning, and you work through different action items every single day. So you set up your action items, you listen to this video. One of the videos he had talked about taking bold action. And basically the video talks about there is no reason to play small. So we all need to stop playing small. We all have to stop thinking, oh, well, this is good enough, because really good enough gets in the way of what's best. Best is on the other side of good. Good is good, good's not bad, but it's not great. So even as an example, my son, when he was in 6th grade, he played AAU basketball for the very first time. He was a good basketball player before that. But he didn't really have, which I always knew instinctively, he needed a really good coach who knew the intricacies about different things, how to dribble, how to shoot, how to steal, how to just all those little things, footwork. There's just so many things that go into sports, to all sports. And I don't know those things. I know them when I see them, but there's no way I could ever teach them, because I don't know that stuff. And we just so happened in 6th grade to, by the grace of God, get this amazing, amazing basketball coach. He was the girls' 9th grade coach at Valley Southwoods here in Des Moines. And he was, he didn't do anything else. He was a retired DEA agent. And so all he did was coach basketball part-time. So that was awesome. He had all kinds of time. I had access to a free gym. So we had free gym time and we had a coach with free time. So, I mean, the best of both worlds. This guy would have practices 5 days a week for 2.5 hours a day. Christian was there at every single practice. There was one practice that he left early because he wasn't feeling well. And he tried. He stayed as long as he could. And he was like, Mom, I'm just sick. I got to go. And I was like, that's fine. Let's go. Whatever you want to do. Because he was always committed, always there. His basketball skills went from good to great in that summer. It was incredible. His speed was incredible. He was the biggest kid in his class, and he was almost the slowest kid in his class before that, when that school year prior ended. When he got back to school, he went from being almost the slowest kid in his class to being the second fastest kid in his class, because of the training and the coaching that guy gave him, and because of his commitment to being better and to be the best he could possibly be. Now, he still had room to grow, and to go from good to great is kind of easy, and then to go from great to really great, that's a much bigger road to hoe, so to speak. But it didn't serve him. And when he started practicing that next year with his team, kids were trying to correct him on his basketball. It was really kind of interesting, because he could do in 7th grade, he could do one-handed layups. And none of the other kids could. And they said, well, you can't do a one-handed layup. And he said, yeah, I can. He goes, I've worked at it, and I've built up my arm strength and my wrist strength, and I can do one-handed layups. And you could do them right and left-handed, and they were beautiful. And they would just sit there and tell him, you can't do one-handed layups. That's not how you do a layup. And it's like, yes, this is exactly how you do a layup. And he would do it, but they kept trying to bring him back down to their level. And he was so far past that it was not even funny. And so it caused some problems, but it just kind of shows you where other people, when they see you excelling and doing well, they will try to bring you back down. So you cannot let that happen. You have to stay bold, and you have to really stay in that bold mindset of, I'm not going to play small. I'm not going to go back to where I was. I know where I'm going, and it's an amazing place, and I'm going to keep moving until I get there. Now, when you consistently apply these bold actions, just constant, you will get that confidence, and you'll see, oh my gosh, this is really, it's working. And it might feel awkward at first, and that's okay, because everybody says there was never a major breakthrough inside your comfort zone. It's just not going to happen. You have to step out of your comfort zone, push yourself harder than you ever thought you could go, push yourself faster, and just hit it and go. You have to, if you have big plans, I have big plans, and it's not for me, it's for other people. I have big plans for you guys. I want to see you guys be so far beyond where you are right now that you look back a year from now and be like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe where I was a year ago. And I can't, and then all of a sudden it's going to start clicking, even 3 months from now. If you were to sit down and do this 100-day challenge, which there'll be another one coming up September 22nd, which will be till the end of the year, that you can enroll in, and then from September 22nd to the end of the year is 100 days. But if you were to commit for that 100 days to do this 100-day challenge, you would be amazed. I believe people can get to platinum in this company right now in 100 days. Randy did it in 6 weeks or 4 weeks, 5 weeks. Anyway, he did it in way less than 100 days. And now he's got some rock stars on his team. But I think any person who puts their mind to it could get to platinum in 100 days, just from where they start working and they do these activities consistently. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I did upload on the Facebook page a Fusion DMO page, and I have little Alphonse here. Do you guys want to see Alphonse? He's so cute. Here he is. Here's little Alphonse. There he is. His cute little black nose, and he's got black hands too. I like his black hands. Oh, he's a good boy. All right. All right, you need to go on. Go get your dad. And so because it's really not that hard to get to platinum as long as you have people working with you and you're able to keep that momentum going. Some people are going to think you're crazy. That's how you know you're doing the right things, is when people think you're crazy. The crazier they think you are, the more you're doing things right. So just keep on keeping on and ignore all those people telling you it's crazy. Now, when you have big plans, it's actually irresponsible to not play big. It's irresponsible to be small when you have those big plans. You just need to develop good situational awareness and develop nerves of steel and just keep moving forward. You have to have an increased tolerance for risk and just keep moving forward. Alicia did a cool thing where she has a walking group set up out in, I can't even say your city's name, out in California, Tehachapi, I don't know. I can spell it now, I just can't say it. I'll have to practice it before I get out there. And so it's a really cool thing. So she's got folks she has them by the Termo Te and or the Te No Carb. They can, and then they can do the walking and they can see some results after 6 weeks of doing the walking. And then she has a little walking route that they do, and I'm actually doing it here, and I still have to get my t-shirt ordered so I can do that, because I'm doing it virtually, but I'm actually walking just by myself without the group. When you set a big goal like that and you just really push everything out of your way and keep pressing forward, the confidence you're going to develop is going to be immeasurable. And the more that you become as you go through this journey, the more you give people permission to become. People will be watching you. They will be watching me. They're watching everybody in this company right now because we're new. And they're going to say, oh, is this really going to work? Are they really going to be able to do that? Oh, no. I mean, it's a new company. What do they know? And when they start seeing what we're able to accomplish and how fast we can do it and how smooth it is, and not that it's going to be smooth and easy, but just kind of over the long haul, kind of, we're going to have good systems in place. We're going to have good collateral in place because we have amazing leadership that's taking care of all that for us. We're going to really get that road paved nice and smooth for those people coming behind us. And they're going to say, wow, those folks, they did this and that amount of time. Oh my gosh, what are they doing? And we're just going to say, just doing what everybody else does. We're just bold and we're doing it faster. We're asking more, and we're just not stopping. We just keep going. I am been so impressed with the level of commitment from you guys, and how, because we're dealing with, different issues because we're new. And, there's education, our sachets are still in Spanish, just different things that we could use as excuses for us not to do anything. And I'm so impressed with how folks are they're like, you know what, that's okay, I'm going to keep going. I hear that all the time. I have people who bring concerns to me, and because there's an issue with the mobile, when you go to our back office on the mobile, where if you click on the items cart and you haven't clicked on the buy button yet, it'll show Peru prices, which look like they're $100 and some for our boxes, when it's really not. Those are just Peru prices. So you want to make sure people go to the buy button first to pick their country, and they're working on a fix for that. So thanks to Alicia for bringing that to my attention, so I could get that reported through to Michael and get that worked on. So they're working on it. But in the meantime, just make sure that your folks know to click the buy button, which is on the menu bars. It's the three little menu lines over to the right when you're on the phone. When you're on the phone, you just can't see that buy button so easily because it's all compressed down. And just remember to be bold. And when you guys have concerns, please bring them to me. Bring them to me so I can get them addressed. And because they are working, they're moving, and they're getting this stuff done. And it's they're revamping the site right now too. So there's some things that they're doing and some things that they're not, because they really need to focus their resources on getting the site revamped and more how we need it, I guess. And so the one thing I want you guys to do is to really get some clarity around your dreams, so that you feel so strongly about the dream that everything else just doesn't matter anymore, because that's the key. You really have to get clarity on that, and just know that if you're not the one who's doing that, then somebody else is going to, and you're going to feel so badly when somebody else is doing the things that you're supposed to be doing, and you're supposed to be doing it because it's burning in your heart, telling you, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And I know that I have that, and I'm sure all of you do too. I am going to ask you guys to go ahead and make sure you get into your back office tonight to check on your status. You want to be EF active and EF qualified. EF active is we like to focus on the 60 PV order. 20 PV does activate you. 60 PV gets you all the bonuses. 20 PV doesn't get you all the bonuses. And to be EF qualified, you need a person on your right and a person on your left who is EF active. And so make sure that those two things are true. When they're not, then you end up getting your volume flushed, and it's much harder to hit those ranks because you're building two sides. And that's, I don't want to go into too much detail on that. If you have questions about what that means or how that works, I'd be happy to go over it with you. Just remember to act with boldness in every situation, and act with confidence, and know that things will go your way. What we say and what we think has so much power over what actually happens. We put that energy out there, and that's what we get. Whatever we put out there is what we get. And I've seen it over and over again in all my years on this planet. And I wish I would have known this back when I was, 5, 6 years old. But what do you do? So I want you to, after you've gone to your back office, I want you to think about every single day, 3 times a day, for 20 seconds, just 20 seconds, set a timer, do something bold. Whatever is inside you that you're thinking, I should call that person, or, I really need to send this email, or, man, I really need to contact this business. When you have those thoughts, just give yourself 20 seconds to act on that boldly, knowing it's going to go your way, and then let me know what happens. I would love to hear from you. I hope you guys have a great night. Happy Sunday. And I will talk to you next week. I'll be sending some emails out and also posting some things on Facebook this week. So we've been working on little templates for things to send out. But I've added new files, so take a look at those. and I'll be adding some more. So I do have some goal sheets out there for executive, senior executive, and bronze, although bronze is wrong on the personal order is a 60 PV order, and I have 20 PV on there, so please forgive that mistake. I was trying to find the original and get it fixed, but just fix it with a little pen. All right, you guys have a great night, and it's great to talk to you, and I'll talk to you again soon. All right, thanks. Bye.